Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't see that well. For all I know, you could be some really short 30-year-old guy trying to take advantage of my disability. In which case, shame on you, you should know better. And if you really are kids, then I have to tell you, I don't like kids. Don't like talking to them, don't like listening to them, don't like to smell them. You come in here, make fun of me, sneeze on the food, spill stuff on the floor, and leave without buying anything. I'd rather have rats.
I've got good news for you then.
I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are ya?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops, sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood, what wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Aye, well, we're not the pirate leaders no more.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the chilling trio who took your place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
What did you mean, wants to be a pirate? I've been a pirate for a long time now.
You may call yourself that, but remember the 3 trials.
I remember them. I was proud to complete them. I still talk about it sometimes. Ad nauseum, Elaine says. It's Latin for something.
Be that as it may, I don't recall us being presented with evidence as to the completion of all 3. That were part of your instructions at the time.
Oh no, really?
'Tis true enough.
Listen, can this wait a little longer? I've got a lot on my to-do list right now.
It matters not. We've all of us moved on.
How would you like to back my venture to find the secret of Monkey Island?
The secret?
What a prize!
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate that holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
So you're in?
Alas, no.
Those days are behind us.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
Oh, nuts.
Wait. Didn't I hear that the ghost pirate LeChuck be going to Monkey Island?
Ugh, don't say it. I'm afraid I'm gonna somehow wind up going with him. Do you know where I can get my hands on a ship?
Nay.
Stands were the only place for ships.
They've shut it down and thrown the man into jail.
Afraid you're out of luck?
No ships. I wonder if I really should be trying to get on LeChuck's ship. Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high streets where the general store used to be.
A place for buying a fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
We'll give you an additional discount if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once you be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the 3 trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman as lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Of course. We lookouts have a lot of discretionary thinking time. I use mine to revisit my memories of every Ann, Jack, and Guybrush who spent 5 seconds with me a decade ago on their way to someplace else.
Wow.
Relax, I'm just winding your anchor chain. Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh. Murray, I'm afraid I've got more bad news for you.
I, Murray, do not hear bad news. I am bad news. My visage is the harbinger, striking abject terror into the loins of those who merely glimpse me.
Unless they're looking at you from the side, in which case they might be afraid of getting a paper cut.
You have crushed me with a mangle. Yes, but I am unstoppable. There is nothing you can do to diminish my...
Is this one of those times where you substitute different stuff for all the ingredients and it works anyway?
No, they were right. We couldn't make the potion again.
But you told me that you can't get to Monkey Island unless you make the potion.
Well, I did. But, as it turns out, there is a way. We storytellers call what's happening now a twist.
Okay, so what did you do? Was there a magic map? An ancient sea creature? Did you move the island instead of the ship?
Whoa there. Do you want to tell the story or listen to me?
Do I have to answer that?
There was an important piece of the puzzle that I hadn't seen yet. I started by looking around the ship for opportunities. Hey, Flambe! Ship ahoy! You should try looking through this thing once in a while.
Things are simpler when I don't.
Well, you might be right in this case. It's Captain Madison! Ready the cannons!
Don't worry about it. LeChuck already knows they're out there. And also he threw out the cannonballs. They were metric.
Wait, never mind. Something's going on. They've got a cauldron on deck.
LeChuck only wants it because of his obsession with that stale glass of milk Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey, did I tell you guys he asked about a job on the ship?
Threepwood?
The secret is worth a ton of money. Probably, to the right people.
Let us know if you find any of those people.
I think you're making a mistake.
Let's put it to a vote.
Voting is supposed to be at 1 bell.
The secret is worth more than mere money.
Spoken like someone not in need of money.
I've got expenses.
I think you're making a mistake.
Let's put it to a vote.
Voting is supposed to be at 1 bell.
The secret is a prize of incredible cultural value. I think you're making a mistake.
Let's put it to a vote.
Voting is supposed to be at 1 bell.
The secret is a mystery for the ages that must be solved.
That's great, but someone else can solve it.
We're not public-spirited people. We're pirates.
I think you're making a mistake.
Let's put it to a vote.
Voting is supposed to be at 1 bell.
Oops.
I did not see that coming.
I suppose you think you're very clever.
Let's just say I think one of us is more clever than the other.
Let's just judge that according to which of us winds up with the secret, while the other one is being eaten by fish at the bottom of the ocean!
Right up to the part where I took off the eye patch. I got carried away. I've really started to feel like part of the crew.
Well, you've already seen what happens to crew who displease me.
Sorry, but I needed a ride.
Time to pay the fare. It came from over here somewhere. What the? Threepwood? Alive? Oh, sort of. So, you survived walking the plank only to stumble off a cliff. I always knew you were a buffoon, but this really takes the prize. Speaking of taking the prize, as you lie here, slowly dying, feel free to torment yourself with the knowledge that I will shortly have the secret. And then the Fairy Lane as well. I didn't quite catch that, but no matter. Your last words will be forgotten, along with you. And the dubious tales of your paltry exploits will likewise wither and be gone, without so much as a stone to mark where they were. You will be nothing. Soon, not even the stench of your passing will remain, as the world moves implacably onward.
Captain LeChuck, it's Captain Madison, sir. She and the others have just set sail. They're leaving the island.
Leaving? They must know where the secret is. If we hurry, we can catch them at sea and persuade them to share.
Welcome to the Cod's Wallop, Threepwood.
Thanks.
We feature the freshest fish on the block, and the freshest company as well.
Whether you're here to buy or just pass the time, we don't mind. Though, of course, we do prefer it if you make a purchase.
I haven't forgotten about the discount you offered me.
Yes.
We've really got to stop doing that.
I know.
Did I hear you use quotation marks around the word freshest?
No.
My hunt for the secret of Monkey Island is going great.
Good for you, kid. Closing time comes too soon for us all. You gotta try all the snacks you can before it does.
I know exactly where it is. I've just got to get my hands on 5 golden keys. As soon as I get them all, the secret will be mine. Mine!
Easy there, Tiger. You don't want to start drooling in weather like this. Might freeze solid while you're talking. And then where are you? In a prison work camp with your tongue stuck to your face like a big pink boil, that's where.
Thanks a lot for that image, Stan.
There's been some slight collateral damage to the environment. The mop tree. It was the last one left on Melee Island. And I have it on good authority that you had something to do with the earthquake as well.
You have to get the mop handled just right. The cook said so. At length.
Oh, he does go on a bit, doesn't he? He bent my ear for 20 minutes and I wasn't even trying to make a mop. But still. The whole tree?
I can't always predict how these things will turn out.
Clearly not. Did you know the Museum of Pirate Lore has shut down?
You don't say.
2 of its prize exhibits went missing. Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.
But the earthquake was Captain Lila's fault. Nobody warned me it would happen. In retrospect, that was probably part of their plan. I can't always predict how these things will turn out.
Clearly not. Did you know the Museum of Pirate Lore has shut down?
You don't say.
2 of its prize exhibits went missing. Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.
I also cut off part of a plant in the forest.
Oh, I doubt you'll make the most wanted list for that one.
Well, you never know. I can't always predict how these things will turn out.
Clearly not. Did you know the Museum of Pirate Lore has shut down?
You don't say.
2 of its prize exhibits went missing. Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.